We're at the 60L Green Building for Step Up, Get Elected. So it's our guide to the 2020 local government elections for young people under 30.
I love being a councillor. Sometimes it's very, very difficult and very challenging, but I really do love being a councillor. Probably for me, the most rewarding part. When I first got onto council, I started our council's first ever Prevention of Family Violence Action Plan. And it was the first one that our council had and had a number of roadblocks along the way, but it eventually, almost 2.5, 3 years later, we passed that at council, and the impact that that's had on our community has just been enormous.
Probably just like how much fun I've had. Like I think, when you look at what councils do, I was like a lot of people that have come today where I'll be fair, I didn't know a lot about sort of what local government did before I started. And so being able to understand the wide breadth of work that we do, the way that we get to engage with the community, various stakeholders, it's been a really enjoyable experience of that.
I think the most surprising thing has been making the connections and the relationships that I have with the people I probably would never have met in my normal life, and learning about the great community organisations and different community members that I would not have contact with normally. I think that exposure and valuing all the great work that these community members do has been such a privilege, and having that exposure and talking and getting to know these people has been really such a blessing.
I think the best part about running for me was how it brought the community around me together. It's one thing to be part of your local community, your local neighbourhood, but coming from an ethnic community, it brought the whole community together. There was so much enthusiasm behind it. There were people who weren't even in our council or who weren't even close to where I lived who they came together. They had a big party as well, which was really great. But just that sense of community really coming through and believing in what I believed in and putting that support behind me. I felt very, very honoured, very privileged to have that support network around me. Yeah.
I think the most rewarding thing for me being a councillor is actually engaging our young people. So going to the schools and playing, if you were mayor for the day, what would you want to do? And engaging them in government and showing them local government in a different light and really listening to them and empowering them and amplifying our young people. But I also think it was getting with our stakeholders and making a solution. We brought back $2.7 million from federal government in regards to mental health for a grit and resilience project and a suicide worker hotline for those in our community, because our suicide rates were really high for our youth. So we all collaborated together with our hospital, with the police, with local mental health service providers, we went down and saw Minister Hunt and said, hey, these are our statistics, this is the solution, and came back with $2.7 million for our community. So I just love my job when you get to work like that.
It's early days. There's still a year until the local government elections, and we want to hear from you as a young person what kind of advice and support we can provide you to enable you to run for council. We have lots of different opportunities popping up through our Facebook and through our email, so make sure you subscribe to all of our details so you know what kind of events are coming up in the future, and so you can get in touch with us if you have any feedback or any advice on what kind of thing we can do to support you to run for local government in 2020.